Hi lovelies, welcome. I'm so glad you could be with me today. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I love each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here and for your support. This is the Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot. As a lot of you know, I do it as a picture message, usually on my community tab on the YouTube channel here. But when I have the energy, I like to do it as an actual video reading for you guys. So it's more in-depth, it's more interactive, all that kind of thing. And coming into this reading today, I've just been reflecting on the past week, or no, not even the past week. I think it's just the whole start of this new year. You know how we kind of like do a bit of a resolution in our mind, and I haven't really stated anything specific as such, but I have an idea as to where I'm heading in my own life, you know, and where I want to be and what I want to manifest. And in that is like a transformation going on, okay? It's internal, but it's also external. So in terms of what I'm saying with that is that a lot of the divine feminines, like I'm a divine feminine, I see myself as a divine feminine, but I have been in my masculine energy for a very long time, mostly in my masculine, because I have had to be a single mum doing it tough on my own. I've had to run a business. I've had a lot of challenging things. I've had to be just a doer and you know, just jump in, take charge, and just, you know, and that in some ways we struggle with it as well, having to just have to take the lead, be a leader, get in and do it, even if it's tough. And sometimes I've had to also close up my emotions. Like I haven't been able to, I've had such trauma in my life. I haven't been able to express it properly in terms of, you know, well, I've actually, you know, to get a bit personal, but this is important. This is a special message for feminines and masculines. But you know, there's been counseling for a long time through those traumatic experiences. And that is something a lot of masculines won't do normally. So that is me getting into my feminine mode, which is good. That's my way of expression, being able to talk to a counselor, being able to talk to my best friends as well. That's something that's really important. But when you go through a lot of trauma, there's been times where you shut down, and a lot of masculines do that. Divine masculines especially have trouble with expressing emotion, expressing their tears. They feel ashamed for having that, you know, and I've been in a lot of that energy. I don't classify myself as a divine masculine. I've always classified myself as a divine feminine, but I have had to be in my divine masculine, or my masculine, I should say, my masculine energy for such a long time to survive. So I feel like the reason this is coming through is because I feel like a lot of divine masculines feel they've had to really do things alone. They've had to struggle and try and, you know, deal with all their emotions by doing things. So they've had to just jump in and help people, help the family, get in there, get their job, you know, do their job, get a paid job, whatever it is, look after the family, look after their children, whatever it might be. And they're just having to do things. They have to look after others and be the protector, the provider, or whatever they're doing. And they don't really have time for themselves to even sit and really look within and process what it is they're feeling. They feel ashamed that if they feel, that, you know, for even feeling what they're feeling, because they shouldn't be this way. They have to be the strong one. They have to be the tough one. They have to be the one that has the answers for everything. So it's kind of like when someone might look at a masculine and a divine masculine and say, well, you know, you should be feeling this, or, you know, you should be able to express this. It's not that simple for a divine masculine. Sometimes they don't even know. They're so far removed from their own emotions. They don't even know what they're feeling because they have learned to numb out. They've learned to push it aside and just, you know, get on with the real stuff in life. And the reason I feel this is just interesting, this is coming up for me during this time, because I am actually undergoing, part of my resolution is to undergo, getting more in touch with my feminine side. So I, you know, in terms of when I say that, I mean dressing nicely, taking care of myself a lot more, maybe getting my hair done now and then. Today I got my ears pierced after so many years of not having them done. And I mean, it's just something simple like that that makes me feel really nice. You know, it feels really nice. It's very feminine. And also wanting to reinvent myself in terms of how I'm looking after my weight and my body energy, going to the gym, the pool, things like that that are starting to come into my life. Eating better, drinking more water, just really doing my moon magic behind the scenes, and wanting to buy some really nice clothes that I normally would never have worn before, because I've always been someone that would prefer to wear skirts, shorts or pants rather than dresses. So I'm seriously moving into this whole new energy of really embracing my feminine side this year. And as you know, I still am very feminine. I still wear my makeup and my jewelry, and I still get my hair done now and then if there's an event or something. But it's more than that. It's not just what you're showing on the outside, it's how you feel on the inside. And I have been, for a lot of years, through the trauma I was going through, really stuck in my masculine, where I didn't want to talk about my feelings to anyone. When I was in love relationships, I would just shut down and close right down, and I wouldn't say anything. I didn't know how to say anything. I didn't want to share any of my feelings in case I'd start crying and then I'd look like an idiot. You know, so there's been many times over the years where I've learned to just shut down and just not cry. And that's what the masculines do, okay? That's what they do. And I'm not classifying myself as a masculine, but we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, and sometimes when there's an imbalance, you are more in one energy than the other. And so for me, for a long time, having to be in that survival mode and just get things done, and it's you're just busy, you're focused, you're trying to survive, you're trying to get through all the dramas and the trauma in life. And yes, the feminine comes through because you're nurturing others, but you don't nurture yourself. You're too busy nurturing others that you forget yourself. And so then you just become this tough person, and you know, it's you know, that's a journey right there. But this is the whole message today, is about feminines and masculines being able to balance out that within themselves, the divine feminine, divine masculine, balancing out the feminine and masculine energy within themselves. When the masculines, the divine masculines, are able to embrace their feminine more, that's when they're able to tap into that emotion more. And they can understand the divine feminine more because they're tapping into that energy. And same with the divine feminines too. Like if they're tapping more into a masculine energy, then they can understand more about what their masculine is going through and why he might be in that action mode, or you know, it's like the emotions, the volume of the emotions has been turned right down. It's almost like if you imagine a tap turning on with the water coming out, right, with the emotions. That's full on feminine energy. If you're too much in your feminine, you're really emotional. If you're too much in your masculine, you're just more doing and getting things done, and you're not in touch with your emotions. So I think it's really important at this time that the divine masculines are aware of how much that they, you know, might be running away from that feminine side of themselves, and the feminines as well. If they're getting too much into their own masculine, how much are they running away from as well in terms of feeling through things, because that's where we do our healing, is through feeling as well. So once the masculines can start to embrace their feelings, that's where they're going to start healing. And also with the feminines, once they start embracing their masculine, some are too much in their feminine energy, too giving, too receptive, too open, and draining and burning themselves out. So they also need to have boundaries as well, and come in with that masculine energy and ground their energy as well. I hope this is making sense, because I'm just getting it right now through. But it's really about balance at the end of the day. And first of all, it's an awareness. You know, both have to be aware of, okay, we've both got this within us right here. We've got to try and balance this out somehow. And I feel like the masculines are craving the feminine. And it's not just the divine feminine. I think they're craving that feminine energy within themselves, where there is that healing that's needed. And the feminines are craving the divine masculine because they need that protection and they're not protecting themselves. So I think it's really important that we look within sometimes and think, okay, how am I in my energy right now? Am I balancing my energy out here? Am I allowing myself to feel but also be practical and logical and heal at the same time? So that's where we've got to kind of look at it here, because sometimes the feminine energy can be very overwhelming, especially because it's such a loving energy as well. It's very maternal. And for a masculine who's just not ready to receive all that love all at once, it can be really overwhelming. And sometimes I see that the masculines might be curled up like in a ball, okay? Like I'm just getting this visual for some reason, but they're curled up in a ball and they're like a hard rock and you can't get through to them. And they won't come out, they won't lift their head up to look at you. They're just closed right up. And it's like, what the hell's going on here? Like, they really need to have love. And the feminines noticing this, and they're thinking, that's such a lonely place to be in. I want to give you so much love. You deserve so much love, and I want to give you my love. I can see you're sad and you really need love and help. And the divine masculine's like scared and pissed off and saying, no, go away, I don't want it. And really, he's denying it in himself. Okay, so when each of them are rejecting the other, it's because they're rejecting that aspect of themselves within, okay, as well. So if a masculine is rejecting a divine feminine and pushing her away, he's pushing away the love that he could be giving himself as well, that feminine healing energy that is already within him, that he's really needing, but is not tapping into and not allowing himself to. But once he starts allowing himself to, and that comes through emotional maturity, emotional awareness as well, he could be some awakened masculines, they know, they're a bit more self-conscious and self-aware, okay? And once they become more aware of themselves and who they are, they tap into their feminine and they're quite happy to do that, and they're not ashamed to do that. They're strong in doing that. That is when they're able to reach out to their divine feminine, because they already are recognizing that energy. They're recognizing it, they've embraced it, they've accepted it, they love it, they're nurturing it. So all those things, that's what happens, okay? So when they're embracing that within themselves, that's when they're embracing their feminine to come in. That's when they will. Some divine masculines, though, I'm saying that too, though, some can be imbalanced, more in their masculine, and they need the feminine, so they do seek out the divine feminine, okay? Sometimes it can work vice versa as well, either one. If they're more in the opposite energy, no, what am I saying? So just for instance, if a masculine is more in his masculine energy, if he's really in his masculine energy and he doesn't have that, he's not tapping into his feminine energy within, and he really craves that and he needs it, he, instead of looking within for that, he will reach out. Some of them do reach out for the divine feminine, for that love and that affection and nurturing. But when she goes away, he feels empty and lonely again. And the same thing happens for the feminines. They're in their feminine energy, they're craving the masculine. And so when he goes away, she's feeling lost, avoid, all those things as well. So we've got to tap into that within ourselves and balance it out, because it won't hurt as much when they go away, okay, and when they need to process and do what they need to do, because we will already understand why they're doing that, okay? So if you're coming into your masculine energy, feminine, and you're understanding the need for space and to process and to think rather than feel, and if you're acting like a masculine, then you're going to understand what it's, to some degree, what it's going to be like for a masculine to deal with these things. And it won't be so painful when your masculine needs to go and process and be logical and take space and things like that. That's what I'm trying to say here. So I'm hoping that's making sense, and that I'm making sense, because I'm quite tired now channeling. But I want to get into the reading, guys. Okay, so that's this part of the thing that started for the reading today. And I want to see what comes through, guys. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being here, guys. And I am now going to start. This is the Divine Masculine's energy, the Universal Celtic Tarot, Dark Fairy Tale Tarot for the feminine. We want to see where are they both at right now, okay, currently in their lives. What's going on for the twin flames What's going on? Thanks, Spirit. For the masculine, what current energy is he sitting in, please? I can't accept it, denial, and despise. I am full of hate. Interesting. So he is definitely in a place of like that hard rock I saw before, cocooning himself, not wanting to see something for what it really is. He's in an angry mood. He's not happy. He's in a dark place, okay? And that's not even to do with the divine feminine. As I said, this is probably why that message came through before. He's not allowing the feminine energy. He's not tapping into his own nurturing, self-nurturing energy. Yes, the Seven of Cups. There's too many choices and yeah, see the dragon here, and he's kind of got this sword here and that. So it might be that he feels in some way that it's too much. There's too much to come up against. And this is his own anger. This is his own, he is his own enemy, okay? He is the dragon. He is the dragon. He is his own enemy. He thinks that there's something that's stopping him from fulfilling all his wishes and desires in life. And he's just pissed off. He's pissed off at life. He's pissed off. Just how he is. He's just not happy. So why is this, Spirit? What is going on? Oh my gosh, guys. Look at this, see? There's two blindfolds right here. I'm the feminine as well, see? He's a masculine, feminine, both blindfolded right here. And what this shows me is that he's not seeing the beauty in front of him. The roses. See the flowers there, the beauty. So the beauty of what could be in front of him, the life he could be having that could be growing with the feminine. Maybe she's also with somebody else, okay? For some of you, it could be that you're with someone else. Feminine could be with someone else, and he's not happy about that. He doesn't want to see that. He wants to be with her. He doesn't want her being with anyone else. But at the same time, this masculine isn't making a choice. He's, yeah, man, it's not a very nice energy from him at this time. I just want to see what is the feminine in, okay? I want to, no, actually, before I do that, thank you, Spirit. I knew there was a reason I took these out. Love and Tragedy Oracle. Let's have a look at what's going on here. For the divine masculine, please. Insecurity. So, okay, now these are hard to read. You or they might be insecure and find it hard to approach. We all have our own insecurities and imperfections, but this person might have extra that they deal with. So he's extremely insecure about where the divine feminine's at. Maybe you are blocked, okay? Maybe the divine feminine has blocked him and he can't see. He can't see her. You're in a no contact situation, no contact, maybe no communication, in separation, and he's insecure about what's going on. He doesn't like himself. Maybe this is a self-hatred here too, because he didn't choose her. Under a spell. Look at that. Infatuation may be at play here when this card comes up. You or someone may be so into someone and under a temporary spell. He feels like he's under her spell. He can't see any other way out but to be with her. And he doesn't like it that the fact is that he can't be with her. Yeah, so happiness, look at that. You make someone very, very happy when they are around you. They feel brighter, lighter, and joy in their heart. Or maybe someone makes you want to get up and dance, swing yourself around under the sun. It's warm heat, giving a whole new meaning to glowing. So what I feel is that he sees the divine feminine this way. That she's happy in her life. She's, you know, enjoying her life without him. And that's what I feel here. That's what I see, is that he wishes he could be the one to bring her that happiness, you know, and he's under her spell. He's admiring her from afar, but he's not liking it at the same time what he's seeing. If he is in some way able to see her social media, I mean, it doesn't take much to create a fake account if someone's already blocked you, to create a fake account or to look through a mutual friend's profile or whatever, at that person's profile. So he's found a way, if there is a block here, to keep an eye on things because he feels under a spell. He feels that she's getting on with life. She's you know, she doesn't want anything to do with him. And he feels like he's in a cold place and she's in a warm place here. So he has no ways of knowing how to bring her this happiness. He wants to, but he can't be the one for some reason right now. So let's have a look at what the Divine Feminine's doing. What's her current energy? Wow. So I love the sweetness of your soul and the taste of your kisses sweet. And we've got the Six of Cups here. So this is all about wanting to return. So this might be how he definitely sees himself. I don't think she's looking at him in that light at all. He might be so insecure about himself that he thinks the way he feels about himself is how she views him. Okay? That he's lost under a spell. He doesn't know how to navigate his way out, you know, and do the right thing or make the right choice. Divine Feminine. What's the Divine Feminine current energy, please? So then we've also got the Temperance energy here. So she wants to make things right. She wants to help heal this. She wants to bring peace back into this connection. I feel like she wants to help heal it in some way. But she knows it's going to take a matter of time for things to settle, because I think he's in a mindset here. He's in a mind thing here. He's really only seeing things from his point of view. So can I get an idea what is going on with this, please, Spirit? Can we look further? Why is this happening to the Divine Masculine? Shivers, hang on a minute. There's way too many there. But we've had this one come out. Remorse. I know I've messed up and it's killing me. He might smoke. He might be in bed smoking. Someone might smoke. But I feel like this Divine Masculine is feeling so upset about something that didn't turn out right. You know, he didn't make the right choice. He might have kept his options open. He might have taken too long to make a decision. He might have also, some Divine Masculines just feel like they're just not a good person, or they're not good enough for the Divine Feminine, who's this beautiful feminine here, and they're kind of got all this darkness within them. So he can't see himself the way that she sees him. She sees that he's beautiful and a sweet person who just needs time to heal. She wants to, you know, in some ways, she's not rushing in, like she's not putting pressure on him or anything like that, but I feel like she wants to come back to him. You know, she does actually want to help him. I feel like that. She wants to help him. Right, what else with the Divine Masculine, please? Yeah, look at that, 9 of Cups. And she's pregnant in this as well. So it talks about giving birth to these most beautiful things, like heaven on earth, being, you know, on cloud 9, your wishes coming true, everything. And he might have, if for some of you, you might even be pregnant right now. It could be that there was an issue around pregnancy. But he's feeling really bad that he could have had this life with you. He could have given you all that you deserved. And he wants to. He actually wants to. And he's pissed off because he's in this cycle of, like, under a spell, admiring you. It's only you he wants. Yet he feels so insecure about himself that he can't even come forward and tell her that. So, you know, there's this remorse of the happy ever after that could have been promised to both of them. And he feels like he made a wrong turn or a wrong decision. The Divine Feminine, what's going on with her? So she's got desperate, I can't do this anymore. So she is sitting back waiting for him. It's interesting because she might have blocked him if there's been negative energy. But at the same time, I feel like she is waiting for him to work on stuff here. You know, that's the thing here. It's almost like she doesn't know what else to do. She can tell him, you know, all the time, over and over again, how much she sees him in this light, that he is this King of Cups to her. He is the one. He is her masculine of divine love. And, yeah, I mean, she wants him only. She doesn't want anyone else. So in this time of separation or whatever's going on, him pushing the divine feminine away, maybe he blocked her. He's missing her. He's got all this stuff going on, and she's just feeling like, well, you are my king. You are my twin. I know who you are to me. I just feel so sad, so sad that you can't see what I see in you. So let's have a look. All right, I just want to ask one more question because I've got quite a few cards. I don't even know what I'm doing now. But I want to ask a question here. So what is the block? What is, like, no, what is the block? Because we already know the block. What's going to happen with this, please? What's the divine masculine going to do? Okay. So this is the Six of Cups also. It's the same energy over here of the divine feminine. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? So look at this, like a artwork there, like she's painting. Well, she's looking at artwork, so maybe he painted it, but whatever. Someone could be an artist here as well. But what I see here is that it's interesting. The feminine is looking at a picture of two people kissing. So she's reminiscing, but we are looking at the divine masculine's energy here. So it looks to me like he might even send a photo to the divine feminine to, of them in happier times to kind of remind her, of the better times that they were together. There could be some memory that he sends to her in a text or something. Because he's definitely reminiscing. He's nostalgic. He's definitely looking at photos, videos, maybe old text messages, things like that. And the divine feminine, what is she doing? So we've got the divine feminine here, which is the Seven of Wands. And the moon. What are we seeing with this one? I think that the divine feminine, some of them might be in another connection too, by the way. But I feel like she's holding on, but she's not letting go. She's not let go. And I don't know if she's actually letting the divine masculine know this. Maybe he sees her just getting on with life, and that she might have moved on with someone else or is just enjoying her life without him, when really she really does want him back. She is sitting back waiting, but she's not got this. It's just desperate here. She might be feeling desperate, but she's not letting that on. Okay, she's not letting him know that she feels this way. Deep down, there's this wanting to fight for this connection and to stand by it, but she's not going to reveal that anytime soon. I feel that she definitely wants to keep this connection. She might, if you're a divine feminine watching this and you resonate, you're realizing, okay, well, yeah, I am, because I'm watching this video about him right now. But he won't know this stuff. So anything you're posting on social media won't show. So the divine feminine's not letting the divine masculine know how much she really is missing him and wanting him. And how much she really is standing by him, emotionally. So we're going to have a look then, because I've not got any format. I just go through with what Spirit is directing me to do. And I just realised I forgot to choose one of these for the divine feminine too. So let's have a quick look. Mystery. She carefully folds the paper with great care. Look at the origami. Someone might do origami. And as much precision she can give to the art. She dangles them on string, lightly moving her fingers around in a small dance. Only she knows the secret wishes written in them, filled with words of thought and secret. Someday, though, she may share the contents of her heart hidden within, but for now only she knows. Which is so in line with what I'm saying about her feelings for her divine masculine. She's not telling anybody. It could be something that she hasn't even expressed to her closest friend. That's only for some feminines. Of the what am I saying, of the extent of how much she really yearns for him and needs him. She is only, like, knows this. She only is holding it close to her chest, okay, close to her heart, how much she really is in love with him and needs him right now and wishes he was back with her. So let's have a look then, okay. I'm a little bit puffed out. I had my camera stopped. I had to go and charge it up, and I'm just feeling really puffed out for some reason. So I'm just needing to take a bit of a break. I haven't even done anything really. I think I'm just tired, guys. Excuse me. Okay. So the divine feminine, let's see, divine masculine, sorry. What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? Okay, what does the divine masculine want to say? I try and understand why you want me. Now, there is a serious dark shadow, you know, the shadow that the divine masculine's in right now. I'm going to have a look at that. What are the shadows that the divine masculine's in? Because we can see insecurity, remorse, feeling bad about himself. He's not wanting to, there's parts of himself that he can't or doesn't want to see, that he needs to heal and make right. He's destructive, okay? That's what he's doing at the moment, is being destructive. Might be drinking, smoking, hiding away, just mulling over this stuff. Yeah, he's feeling lustful as well. Like, he's really feeling like he's really admiring her pictures as well. And yeah, I just feel like he is really admiring her from afar, and in this energy where he's, yeah, awkward around her. If he was to come forward, he wouldn't know what the hell to say. He just feels really bad about how things have, you know, happened and how he's behaved. And yeah, he just doesn't feel good in himself at all. There's no confidence really there. And I mean, it might come across as arrogance in some ways. So let's have a look at the divine feminine. What does she want to say? You can trust me with your heart, and you make me feel like a nervous schoolgirl with a crush. So she's saying to him, you know, I'm awkward and nervous around you as well. So for different reasons, obviously, but she's also feeling this way when she thinks about him. She might be putting on a different exterior, and he may not have any idea that's what she feels. And it seems like he doesn't. It seems like she is hiding it quite well, because he feels like he's lost her. That's how it looks like it here. So, so let's have a look then at, yeah, so let's see what else is coming up here for the divine masculine. What's coming up this month? Okay, what's going to happen here? So look at this. This is beautiful. When you show yourself compassion, you are able to connect with others with an open heart. So there's going to be a shift. It looks like he's going into his heart space. And he's going to maybe open that heart space. Okay, let's see what else. He might open that heart space and start to feel compassion towards himself and the situation. Yes, look at that, opening his heart for love. He wants to come forward and show her and tell her how much he loves her. Because we've also got the Two of Wands. Yeah, he's making plans. So this love is overwhelming him, okay, for what he feels for her. He's in a shadow, but there's also, obviously behind that is a lot of love he wants to give to her, and he wants to do it the right way. So he's trying to make plans. He's going to make plans, and that could be part of that sending her a message, okay? It could be that he does send a message showing her of a picture, you know, a memory in the past he might talk about, or, you know, it could be a simple message like, oh, check this out. I found this as I was looking past our messages, or it came up in a memory on Facebook or whatever. He might even send her through something regarding that. So that's him offering and opening his heart to her and showing her that he's thinking of her. He doesn't have to come right out and say it in those words, but that's his way of telling her, I'm thinking about you and me, you know, and it's making me feel like good, remembering old things here. And so the divine feminine is connecting with her masculine in the realm of dreams. Okay, it says you are connecting with your loved one in the realm of dreams. She's dreaming of him. And also miracles are now being manifested. So the divine feminine is believing. She's visualizing that. She's dreaming of it. She's manifesting her dreams. And I feel like she just seems to have some idea, even though there's this desperate energy here. She just seems to know that in time things will unravel, okay, as it's meant to, in the right time. But it doesn't mean it can't be painful in the meantime, you know, because the divine feminine, what shadow could she be in? What shadow is the divine feminine in? Did we get one? The divine feminine, what is she in? Is she in a shadow? What shadow? So gossip. Okay, so what that could be is that, what is that? Yeah, she could be talking actually about, even to herself. Okay, she's got to watch what she's doing, because she could be talking negatively about the connection or thinking negatively about this. She might be telling others, okay, that it's totally over, stuff like that. So she's kind of like allowing other people to think that she's completely fine with it, when really deep down this void. Okay, she's really missing him, wants him by her side. So that does make sense that she's telling people the opposite to what her heart is really saying. And yeah, so let's see from a divine confession of a broken heart of my cards here. Let's see what the divine masculine wants to say. I never meant to hurt you, and it pains me that I have. My heart was torn. My heart was torn. And I miss getting lost in your eyes. How can I forget you when everything reminds me of you? So yes, he's definitely sitting back, watching photos, looking at maybe past videos, Facebook memories coming up, looking at your social media, whatever it is. Even in his mind at night, he might listen to a song, he might go down the street and see your name on a billboard somewhere, or a shop sign, or a number plate. He might see someone who looks like you. You know, there's reminders everywhere, divine feminine. That's why he feels like he's under a spell. He just can't seem to shake you, even if he has tried to move on from this, because he just can't deal with the fact that he thinks you've moved on, you know, that kind of thing. So the divine feminine says to the divine masculine, I'm afraid of intimacy, but I want to be close to you. So she might be afraid of opening up to him, you know, emotionally, physically, being close to him. Allowing her heart to be open to him, because it's a vulnerable place to be in. And I need to hear your voice. So she is missing him. She needs to hear him. I just want to curl up in a corner and forget about the world, and the silence is deafening me. So this is a no contact situation here. And they are really missing each other. And she is trying to work with the universe, okay? She is trying to rise above the sadness and the void. But it can be hard too, you know, when there's a lot of love there and they are missing each other. So the divine masculine's still got to see something. He's got to still look within and see something that he's got to open his eyes to something that he's doing here. His insecurities, things like that. At the truth, because I think he's looking at illusion. I will provide a solid foundation for us. I will always be someone you can rely on. He's telling her that. I want to sing sweet lullabies to you as you I can't say it, as you sleep soundly next to me. So I feel like this could be a musician too. The masculine wants to sing to the divine feminine, and I will support you. I'll provide all that you need. This is his higher self messages coming through. This is what he wants to do. And I'm in a flirtatious mood. I want to play and have fun with you. And also, we need to heal ourselves for union. We have an important mission to fulfill here. So he's quite aware that he has a lot of stuff to deal with, to heal, in order to be with her. And, you know, this is the thing too, like she's feeling this as well. Okay, something just fell on the ground. Wonderful. Hang on a minute. This really does drive me nuts when this happens. Ugh. But these ones were coming through for the feminine. Please be patient with me. I'm healing my heart. And we are magnetizing each other. Your radiant light draws me in. So I actually feel like that's the masculine saying that to her, because I hadn't actually shuffled on the feminine's ones yet. That actually makes more sense because he's still healing and he sees her as that happy, warm, vibrant, divine, bright light that draws him in. So let's see. The divine feminine wants to say. What does the divine feminine want to say? So she says, I am so in tune with you empathically. I can feel your happy or sad tears. So she's feeling his sadness. That's why she's also feeling that void, because she knows that he's in pain. Closed off, but in pain. And I'm buzzing with energy every time I think of you. So she is also, when she thinks of the love and the beautiful life and wanting to return to him, she's, you know, she definitely is like that nervous schoolgirl with a crush, buzzing with energy. There's that positive there. And I often withdraw to process our connection. It's where I receive greater understanding. Yeah, she's doing that as well. And that's at night, I feel, because we see the dreams there as well. And when I lose myself and feel imbalanced, you keep me grounded. So there's been really good times between them when they have been really good in themselves. They have really tried to raise each other up, be a strong support and strong foundation for each other. And it has actually been there, you know, that has been there between them. So that's why there is this, when things are wrong or you know, feel wrong and there's sadness here, there is that feeling of that void, definitely that void and things being wrong and really sad and lonely. So what does Spirit want to say about, you know, the outcome basically? The outcome between, for either of them for this month. What will be the outcome? Just as a resolution, because it feels like this energy just hanging over the two of them right now, and something's got to be cleared, cleansed, healed, shifted. So have faith. The divine masculine is going to have faith that, you know, that he can push through whatever the darkness he's in right now. He can get through that. Yes, he's got to release blame, and he's got to come into a playful energy. And it says here, I want to play and have fun. So in order to have fun and be lighthearted and come across that way, there's some heavy burden he has to release within himself. That's that insecurity, that denial, head in the sand kind of energy here. There's something he still needs to look within at. And you know what I feel like? It's that remorse. It goes back to the remorse. So the divine masculines are really kicking themselves for making a wrong choice along the way with the divine feminine, because they haven't been where they've wanted to be in the journey. So he might have felt that he lost her, that she was the one who got away, because he wasn't mature enough in certain areas, or emotionally healed, or whatever it might be. It just feels like he might have taken too much time to make a decision, and now he's lost her, which really he hasn't, but that's how he's feeling. So he's really blamed himself. He's gone into a dark place with that self-hatred almost. It's quite a dark place for some of the divine masculines, to the point where they really don't feel like they're a good person, that, you know, she's better off without him anyway. But at the same time, her energy and her love and her warmth is calling him in. And it's kind of like, that's what he's doing, is going into that. When he's looking into photographs and reminiscing and reminiscing on the past and remembering things, that's when he's going into that heart space. And yes, it's painful, but it's also full of love and joy and that warmth and magnetism. And that's when he's tapping into this, releasing the blame energy, compassion, coming into that, having faith that he can get back into this light-hearted energy again, because that's what's going to draw her back in as well, because that's what drew her in the first place as well, was a light-hearted, playful, cheeky energy that he has around him. Okay, So yes, that's something I feel is something the divine feminines are really drawn to. And denial, you are always in my heart. So the divine feminines might be wearing a bit of a mask as well. I mean, we see it here, the blindfold with the masculine feminine. There's also another thing here of a mask. So, you know, she's in denial in like she might be trying to even tell herself to some degree, trying to move on in her life with another partner, or just in her circle, friendship circles, or wherever she is. She's probably trying to, you know, she could be telling herself that, you know, I'm better off without this. I can't deal with that. I can't do this. You know, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for him to get himself sorted or to heal himself or whatever it might be. But he's always in her heart. He is the one. And she is wishing for him to come back to her healed, okay, and that she can also help him. Like, she wants to be the helper as well. Yeah, she definitely has that love for him. Even if she's with someone else, there's that pretense, you know, like that mask she's putting on. Maybe she has to, especially if there is another partner in her life. She can't be letting on that the masculine holds the, you know, the major part in her heart. So that's the kind of thing going on there with her. So I want to see, I know I'm not making much sense tonight. I'm just very tired, so you just have to bear with me tonight, guys. It's really hit me quite suddenly. I didn't expect it. So yeah, just bear with me, because I do tend to get brain fog and all sorts of stuff when I'm tired. But what else are we doing here? So we're going to get a beautiful message from Tammy's cards from Blue Mandaro, okay, from the Divine Masculine. And what's the Divine Masculine's higher self message is? Intensity. Look at that. Our connection is so intense that sometimes it scares me. My feelings for you overwhelm me sometimes. Please reassure me by taking things slowly and patiently. This will help me feel comfortable with the changes that are happening. So this is so intense for the Divine Masculine. All these feelings, there's such a mixture of like feelings here, emotions going around and around. There's anger and there's hatred, there's self-hatred, you know, there's blame, there's shame, there's remorse, there's compassion, there's love, there's magnetism. Everything here that he feels, okay, is confusing and it's frustrating, and it's circling around. So he is drowning in all of that at the moment, and he wants to be the strong support and the strong rock that he may have once been. So he just feels like he's really losing himself in this as well, and he's just saying, you know, our connection is so intense. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. And it makes me feel like I'm spinning out of control. And it makes me feel like I'm not this huge masculine that I'm meant to be. You know, this really strong, assured, confident, well-rounded, you know, divine masculine that I'm meant to be in my life. So he feels like everything's kind of come undone and he's to fault, because he hasn't known how to deal with it. And all the emotions and feelings he has had that's come up with it. And yeah, I just want to get one more with that. Yeah, he's had that hard rock. He's gone into that ball that I was explaining in the beginning. That he just hasn't known what to do. But look, the Empress is the Divine Feminine's energy, and that's what he's focusing on. Even her beauty, just the way she looks, just the way he feels drawn to her, her maternal energy, her nurturing energy, it just makes him want to like melt, and he doesn't know what to do with that. So it's once again, he needs to feel like he's strong and assured and knows where he's at and what he's doing and what it's all for. But at the moment, there's just so much going on, but he just is in love with the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminine says, her higher self to the Divine Masculine says, wow, it's too many there, but that's the one there. Divine guidance. I'm amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. If you look back at our journey, you will see it too. So everything's happening for a reason. They're both being divinely guided, okay? And they will be again when they're brought back together again. It will be a divinely guided event there, okay? Because I feel like whatever's going to happen with helping him open his heart to that compassion, the self-compassion, to release blame and have faith and work on himself, and even have the courage to reach out with a message to her, that's going to be massive, and that's going to be divinely guided. So is the divine feminine being able to work on her own denial, her own healing, things like that as well, and things will just keep falling into place. I want to get another card on that one. Wow, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, look at the values here, the lessons that have come in as well. So the divine feminines could also be reaching out to a mentor, spiritual mentor, could be even tarot readings, you know, helping to guide this into union, like for union as well, to help her. There's definitely some guidance that she's receiving from a higher power or a higher channel here. Could be her higher self even. But there could be religion, you know, some kind of like church or spiritual gathering that she, you know, goes to that helps her to stay aligned with her true path and who she really is as a divine feminine. And yeah, I really do feel that the divine feminines, no matter where they go in life, no matter if they're in another relationship or trying to move into another life, they can't shake their divine masculine. He's always with her, in her heart. So I think that she's trying to align her values, things like that as well, and let go of things that no longer serve her. And she is trying to stand with integrity and things like that in her path as well. And she's letting go of old chapters, old cycles, people in her life who no longer are meant to be in her life. I feel like karmic cycles are coming to an end for many of the divine feminines here. Okay, so let's have a look then at an advice card for the divine masculine. So we've got nature, communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. How beautiful. So the divine masculine has to get out in nature. He's got to be, he's going to be like a caged animal being indoors for too long. I think this divine masculine really needs to get some fresh air, get out for a walk out in nature, just take some time to breathe in that fresh air and just process. And it might take a long walk out in nature somewhere and just be able to think, and things will just, you know, naturally come to him. Ideas, his higher self he'll tap into that kind of thing as well. Because there might be something he's doing indoors that is not good for him. Like he could be, just say for instance, he could be at home at night on the couch watching telly, just drinking all night. And just, that's not a good place to be in. So if he's to be, you know, to get out and under the sun, like get that vitamin D and get that fresh air and just go for a nice long walk and clear his mind, he'll get some more clarity coming through. I really think that. And as well as maybe getting out in the garden, doing some gardening can be very therapeutic as well. And it's very much that feminine energy I was talking about, getting into that with nurturing, you know, nurturing the plants. And so, yeah, just that kind of thing is like a meditation. Sometimes we don't even realize we're meditating during certain activities that we do during our day. That are just it's therapy, you know, it's therapy to us. And we can be in the present moment just with the flower, you know, something so simple that can also bring and open our minds to a higher source, higher downloads of communication from spirit. You know, we're getting that advice from God or from the angels without even always being conscious of it even. So even just being out there near water, you know, if he goes out for a swim or gardens or goes for a walk, whatever he's going to do there is going to really help to clear his mind and to get further information through, and also to ground his energy too, because sometimes when the divine masculines are running away, they're disassociating themselves from their bodies. They're not in touch with their body or their emotions. So this is very grounding stuff, and I feel like the divine masculines are being asked to ground their energy so that they can draw in, okay, what it is that they need from the earth and from the higher powers as well, all in one. So see how she's kind of sitting, like almost like in a position like she's doing yoga. I know it sounds weird because oh no, she's not. She's standing actually. I thought she had her legs crossed. She's standing in the water. Actually, that's so funny because every time I've looked at this, I've always thought she had her legs crossed. Well, just imagine she's got her legs crossed like in a yoga position. I think the divine masculines could be doing that as well, and just sitting in the grass. And grounding their energy, but also putting their feet in water is very cleansing as well. There's something about salt water that's very cleansing. So get out there, divine masculines. Get your feet in the soil, in the salt water, and cleanse your mind, body, and energy, okay? Especially the energy, your auric fields, that kind of thing as well. Yes, that's really interesting. So that's coming forward here. So because when they are able to ground themselves, they can then, you know, take a step forward with direction, with balance, you know, knowing where they're needing to go next, taking that step forward with confidence, and it's assured. They're assured in themselves. And now we're going to see what the divine feminine's doing, okay? Because I'm getting quite tired now. All right, the divine feminines is to investigate, look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. So there's very much the divine feminines are asked to not jump to conclusions and to not be in denial and overlook things either. So to really look within at what they want. What do they want? What do they want with this? Do they really want their divine masculine? If so, how are they going to go about doing this? Ask questions, look closely, maybe investigate further before assuming that he's doing something. If he's gone quiet, he is actually healing. He could definitely be healing himself. So some of the divine feminines, because they might not be in contact, might just be assuming that he's doing some things that he's not. So just look into it a bit more. Even if you have to do your psychic work, you know, to tap in and check in, do that. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons, that's okay. And asking his higher self, all those things. Yeah, tap into your own intuition and also your own higher self, divine feminine, to always question yourself and what you're doing as well, to see if it's really aligning with your values and what you really do want and your integrity. Okay. Now I'm going to just pull out these last cards, and these are the last messages from both of them, and you have a chance to win this deck of cards for Valentine's Day. All you need to do is put a green heart in the comments section of every video that I do between now and February the 14th, and you can win a private reading with me or a deck of my cards. So let's have a look. What does the divine masculine want to say? Oh, look, I love you. He says that to her, I love you. And he wants to say that to her. We are mirroring each other. So there's something that he's noticing that you're both doing, maybe hiding away from one another. Maybe he's closed off as well, where you think he's moved on and he hasn't. And he thinks the same with you, the divine feminine, from this. And he says, our love is protected. So he knows. This is our higher self coming through. He's telling you, our love is protected. So he might be also praying over the connection. And the divine feminine says, you are my twin flame. So she knows. She knows that he is the one. He is her divine masculine. And be the best you can be. She wants him to be the best that he can be in life. Look after himself and let go of resentment. Oh, there's one there as well. And let's talk. She wants to talk. Have I got anything else? Because I am really, really stuffed right now. But I feel like I want to do one more. And I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I had energy. And I'm hoping I'm making sense with this reading. I really am. What have I got to pull out? These cards are calling me. I don't know why, but they are. So these are Bridget Rowe's Love Journey. Let's get some beautiful cards here. So the Divine Masculine wants, what does he want? What does he really, really, really want? You're the light in my life, infinite, or infinity, I think it's meant to say there. You're the light in my life. You really are the radiant light that draws him in, Divine Feminine. And I can't do this without you. And look at once again, this is interesting, the feet in the water, okay? See the feet of the Empress in the water. I can't do this without you. I can't jump into this without you. He wants to dive in, you know. I feel like he does. He wants to get his feet wet in this. He wants to dive deep into this with you. He doesn't want to just be standing shallow in this. He needs you to walk with him into the deeper waters together. And he needs your light to guide him into doing that. Because I have an idea. Let's light each other up. So he also feels that you bounce back off each other when you're both really connecting, okay? And when there's love in your hearts for each other and you're open to that with each other. You are best friends. And you both light each other up. You both inspire each other. And, you know, you both help each other out through things as well. And you both have these great ideas and inspiration and creativity to share together. But when you're not together, it's almost like the light goes out. That's how he feels. So, but he sees your light shining, but his has gone out. That's how he's seeing it. So the Divine Feminine, what does she really want? I've prayed for you and did some magic too. So keep doing that. The Divine Feminines might be lighting a candle, might be praying, doing a spell, doing some magic. I mean, if the Divine Feminines have done a spell or some kind of ritual, it's very interesting because he's under that spell and he's feeling it. And she's praying. Even a prayer is a spoken word. It can still be seen as like it's casting a spell in some way, I guess. But, you know, it's a positive thing. And she's praying for him. She's praying for him and the connection. You are my castle in the sky. He's so beautiful. So, you know, once again, it's interesting because it said visualizing your dreams or you're connecting with your loved ones in the realm of dreams. And I feel like this is all about her dreams and what she wants with him. So she's praying for this. This castle in the sky. And I'm miserable without you. So together, I can't do this without you. I'm miserable without you. Together, they really are feeling the void. They really are. And yet, they're both trying to cope, you know, and get strong. And well, he's closing off, but she's also closed off to a degree, to the point where she might not be really revealing her true pain. Or her true love for him, but she's holding it very deeply within and very strongly within, and just sitting back waiting and hoping that he will come back to her and return and talk and work it all out together. And it looks like he will reach out. So guys, I hope that's resonated, and thank you for being patient with me as I've been so tired through this reading. Hopefully next time I'll have more energy. But I hope that's made sense, and it's been a bit of a weird reading, but it has actually turned out quite positive. They both have so much love for each other. Did I actually pull out these cards? Oh my God. I don't think I pulled out these cards, did I? I need to pull it out right now. All right, the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, this must be the last one. Holy moly. Hang on a minute, let me do it again. Divine Masculine, there it is. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Religious factors are affecting this, or it says spiritual paths, okay? It's influencing this. So I feel like what this is saying is that he might actually be at a fair distance from some of you, okay? So you might have an overseas connection or a long distance connection here. The moon, okay, at nighttime is thinking of you. He's spiritually connecting with you from afar, definitely from afar. And I mean, if you're not physically that far away, it's definitely emotionally, you're feeling the distance. He's definitely feeling it. And I feel like he at night is astral traveling towards you, Divine Feminine. And it could be for some of you too that there is a religious or cultural difference, okay, background here as well. And he really just wants to sweep you off your feet and take you away, maybe to a very beautiful religious place as well. So they do say some of the, I think one of the most romantic places is Venice. Is it Venice in Italy? We've got, kind of reminds me of that. Then you've got Paris as well, all those different places. But there could be a very significant place that he wants to take you to, like a sacred place as well in the world. And the Divine Feminine, healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, that's just a significant message, but I do really feel that this is about her healing her own traumas. Yeah, retreating. It's time to disconnect from the world. She knows she needs to back out, retreat, withdraw, okay, to heal whatever the Divine Masculine's bringing up within her. It's triggering this trauma from past stuff here, the family issue stuff. So she's still got some healing to do with that. And it goes back to that feminine, masculine stuff that I was talking about with the energies in the very beginning. So she might have to try and balance some things out there as well. Okay. Because sometimes if a Divine Feminine has had issues with their mother, which is the maternal energy, which is the feminine, they will push away that feminine aspect of themselves in themselves, and vice versa. So if they have pushed away the masculine within themselves, it's because they might have had issues or sadness or pain or unresolved trauma around a masculine in their life who might have been their father figure. So it's very interesting how I'm seeing this arising here with the Divine Feminine. So also some Divine Feminines are married. So this could also be that she needs to just take some time out with her family right now and try and work out those dynamics and try and work out how she's feeling towards her own husband and where she stands with all of this now that this will not go away. You know, there's love for her twin flame, and can anything ever be done about this? There's a lot of stuff that's resting on her heart space here. Her Divine Feminine, her Divine Masculine and her might have children together. Some of you might have children together and are not with your twin flame. And there could be some issues around that as well. So there's just so many different ways of looking at it here. But there's some very complex stuff here for both of them. But there's no doubt that they both love each other. Okay, they both absolutely love each other. And the Divine Masculine, look at that, wants to come back. Wants to and is coming back to the Divine Feminine. That's what he wants. That's what he's focused on. And the Divine Feminine is, she's getting strong in herself. She's feeling that love. She's tuning into her own power. So that's what, she's got a very strong love for him, but she's restraining it. She's holding back on being able to express it because she can't. It's not the right time. So she's working on herself behind the scenes. He's working on himself. There's a lot of pain here without each other, but there's also pain when they are together. They're hurting each other. So there's time out to heal, to get things straight, and to know why you're doing it. You know, what are you moving towards and why? And it really does come down to love at the end of it, you know, at the end of the day. So guys, I love you all. Talking about love, I love you all. And I've got to go now, guys, but I love you and take care, and I will connect with you guys next time. Put your green hearts in the comments section below. Connect with you next time, guys. Love and blessings.